want a shot at the title. I'm in my knuckleball prime. My dogs are tired, but they still got fight. I won't hang it out, boys, not this time. I'm hitting all the corners, gonna shed some light. When she hits that note, boys, it's all done. Oh, I'm gonna win this one. Oh, here I come. It's been a hell of a road, boys. One hell of a time. And all my heartaches have turned to wine. You grab your fiddle.
Welcome to the Knuckleball Prime Time. Got DJ online. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm away from the studio. You know, had to get some work. So I'm just getting my bag up, but still working at the same time. So even if we gotta get the phones on the mics, you know how we do, baby.
Yeah, so this is your first time on the phone, so it's a little bit weird you not being here, but that's okay. We're going to roll with it anyway. And you're also doing some umpiring, which I think we maybe have mentioned this on previous episodes, but on a future episode, we're going to do a whole segment and bring Dwayne in and talk about some reffing and some umpiring. So you're getting a little bit, you're working on your bag down there, but you're also prepping for a future episode, I guess.
Oh yeah, future episode too. You know, just a future maybe career. You know, I enjoy umpiring. You know, it's something. You know, just refereeing too. It's just something that is work outside of work. You know, when I'm not at the podcast. You know, and things just like when we were talking about with the knuckleball, like going to games and stuff. It's like, man, I'm not working, but it feels like I'm working. You know, so.
Yeah,
I just take it as that too and get the experience from all the kids and all that. But an episode is definitely needed to hear inside the head of a referee or umpires, you know, their brain and what they're thinking during the game. Because I feel like some parents don't understand.
Yeah, so look out for a future Knuckleball Primetime episode where we talk about that. We get into that a little bit deeper when you get back into town and you're in the studio here. We got a big one tonight, though. So this is Saturday, June 11th. We have UFC.
June 11th, we got UFC 275, baby.
Yeah, so it's live in Singapore, which I was hoping, you know how they sometimes will have those ones they're in other countries and you get like an earlier start time because you know me, I'm an old man.
2 o'clock or something.
Yeah, I guess maybe the time zones. I don't know how exactly they're doing it, but it is pretty much at regular time, I think. UFC 275. Now, I am a little disappointed because the actual pay-per-view fights, there's only 3 of them. You know, where you
yes, with Whitaker, and Whitaker's fight got canceled. I don't know why, but that was a big fight I was looking forward to on this card, but that got canceled. So we still got 3 pretty good fights. You know, we got Tajiri and Prochazka. Shevchenko, she's a champ. Versus Santos, who's only lost 1 fight. And then we got Zhang and Joanna, too. If you watch that fight in 2020, that was probably potential fight of the year.
yeah.
You know, I can't even think of another fight that was up there. I think it might have won fight of the year, but it's going to be a good fight, man. I can't wait for it.
And, you know, there are only 3 fights on the pay-per-view card, or the pay-per-view section of the card. The undercard is loaded, good fights, up-and-comers, totally going to watch every single fight and enjoy it tonight. And I know you are too, but we're going to just focus on the 3 main fights for tonight. And we do have 2 championship bouts, which is always good for a card, right? That always raises some interest for sure when you got the gold on the line. So let's start at the top here. We got Teixeira versus Yuri
Prochazka.
There you go. Thank you. What are you thinking about that one? That one's for the belt.
I feel like this is a tough fight because, you know, Glover's just... He's came that long way of a humble road to become champion. So you're just not going to take it away from him, you know, easily. But, you know, he's also the OG of the league. So you don't know how, you know, Prochazka is going to come in, you know, get him tired. He might get him winded, catch him with one. Prochazka has a lot of knockouts his last 4 fights. So I think it will, you know, I think it's a matter of who is really, you know, stamina-wise, what's going on. So, but I like Prochazka. I like the young guy. He's young, and I think he's very fatigued, and I think he can get Glover going, you know, get him thinking.
Yeah, I think Yuri is an up-and-coming future star. I do think there's a lot of holes in his game. I think what we're going to see out of Glover is a lot of pressure, and I think he's even mentioned it on maybe some of the UFC embeddeds or the countdown show or whatever, that he's just going to pressure the shit out of him, try to get him down to the ground, try to maneuver some stuff where he thinks he might see some holes. But I love that he got the belt. But this dude is like 43 or 44. Yes. And man, fighting a young guy like this up and coming talent, and I know there's been underdogs that have come back and done some special things, him being one of them, but I just don't see him doing it. I think this is Yuri's night tonight. I think he's going to walk away with the belt, and I don't think it's going to be. It's definitely not going 5 rounds.
No, I don't think so either. They're going to be throwing some haymakers. Glover's that kind of guy too. He's out there throwing bombs too. He's not scared to fight, so definitely be looking for that. And to correct myself from earlier, I guess. That's why I thought Thug Rose lost that fight, because it went to decision, and I remember Zhang was not happy at all, and that's kind of when I became a fan of her, because she just showed so much determination and in that fight. And Rose Thug, man, that was just a great fight. And that
was the head kick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a banger of a fight too.
It was a great fight, and Zhang Li she's just a hard worker within the UFC, and the way she was talking when she came in the league, she could barely speak English. Now she's training in America and all that. She just wants to get her fighting game better. And that's why I'm really excited to watch the Zhang Joanna too. This is going to be a banger.
That one is absolutely worth the money in my book. The first one was my all-time favorite women fight. That one, I watched every minute of it. I was on the edge of my seat. Remember that she had, Joanna walked away. Her head looked like a damn volleyball.
Hematoma, what do they call it? Hematoma?
Yeah, that thing was like, I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head when it started like popping up and started looking bad. I want to say maybe round 3 or 4, but I thought they were going to stop it. But what they were saying, if I remember right, what they were saying is it's actually not that dangerous, but it looked nasty.
Dude, it looked bad. Like, and the memes and all that, I was just like, geez. What card was that? Do you remember what card that was? I feel like it was a stacked card.
Yeah, I do too. I'm bad with the numbers and remembering exactly what it was. I just remember that fight being an absolute banger. It won fight of the night, won fight of the year, woman's fight of the year.
It did. It had very many knockouts and all that. I'm looking at the card right now as we speak.
It was she walked away and she looked like I said, had at least a softball, if not bigger, swelling on her head.
I think why that fight's going to be so excellent too. Like, Zhang was really just starting in the UFC when that fight happened. That was 2 years ago. So it's going to be, I think it'll be more of a slow down fight, but to see where they're still at and they still got some past history, you're going to expect some fists to get flying at some point.
This is the only one on the main event card that I think has the ability to be close. I could see this going either way, and I haven't looked at the updated odds since yesterday, but I think it's pretty close. The odds are pretty close. Joanna walked away, like I said, with that from the eye test. She looks like she got her ass beat, right, with the swelling on her head from last time. But look at Zhang too. That was a battle, and that was a lot closer than maybe it appeared on the eye test after the fight. That was a close fight.
Oh, 100%. And like I said, fighters always got to evolve and stuff too. So, Joanna definitely learned from that fight, and I'm sitting here watching the embedded right now, and she, I think she's just taking it, more serious. She's getting her hands better, her striking with her hands and all that, and movement. So I'm just very excited to see the fight, to where I'm gonna watch the first one again, probably right before, and to see where they came within 2 years would be great to see.
Yeah, I do that a lot too. I'll go back and watch the first one.
Especially the sequels and prequels and trilogies, you got to.
This one was a while back, but me and you we differed on Aljo and Peter Yan. On this last fight, I think you put money on Peter, on Yan, and I was all aboard. I was all about it. I was like, yeah, man, that's the right call. Well, then I went back and watched that first fight that they had. I was like, man, for a little bit, this was a lot closer than what I remembered it being, So I like to go back and watch those old fights, or especially if, obviously if they've fought once before. It's kind of good refresher to watch those old fights to see, where maybe some holes are, or maybe what the tactic might be in the future fight.
No, especially if you're going to go put your money on it too, for my better listeners, like, the minus odds, especially in the prequel sequels. It really don't matter. You really just need to take your own perspective and watch the first fight and just, watch a few of the fighters last couple fights from their last 2 without the fighter and just see how they're moving. And then I would base your bet around that. So, but if I had to take tonight, I think I'm going to have to go Perzaka. I'm definitely taking Zhang Weili. I'm going decision. I think that's going 5. And, man, you got to give me Shevchenko. That's my wife. So she's got to win.
Did you say that's your wife, WIFE?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, she's side note, she's a bad bitch.
Yeah, she is. And she'll whoop your ass.
Yeah. Yeah, give me Yuri Perzaka for sure. So I'm gonna differ from you. I'm going Joanna tonight. She's gonna be my pick. And then probably the most disappointing one for me as far as like matchups go, I think Shevchenko. And I know she's just fighting she's running out of people to fight. So I get it.
No, for sure. And she's kind of got the Nunes thing, but then Nunes, she's Pena came in and took the belt from her. So
yeah,
can't ever say they're running out, because someone else can walk in the door anytime.
I absolutely agree. But just looking on it on paper right now, I think it's got it. Shevchenko.
Oh, 100%.
Shevchenko.
I can't even think of who she should fight next because she's cleans about everybody up. So, yeah, Shevchenko is one of a kind for sure.
Absolutely. So my picks are Yuri Perzaka, I got Joanna, and then Shevchenko. And you got Yuri, Zhang, and Shevchenko.
Yeah. How about a gentleman's bet? $10 on that Zhang.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. Knuckleball. I got 10 on Zhang. Chad's got 10 on Joanna. It's going to be a good fight, man. I'm excited. It's like one of them fights you're rooting for somebody, but even though if your person don't win, you're still like, man, that was a good fight,
So how about on this video when we post it out, if you're going with Chad, with Joanna, you give a thumbs up. If you're going with DJ and Wiley, you're going to give, what can we do, like a heart, I guess?
No heart, or drop a comment for the Zhang.
Comment for DJ and Zhang. Thumbs up on the page or on the video for Joanna and Chad's pick.
Yes, sir.
And this
is Knuckleball Prime Time. Be sure to tune in bi-weekly as we drop. And, the summer's kicking. We got multiple platforms going. So this would be one that we're in and out on. But we'll definitely be here to give you guys the coverage on UFC. Upcoming football season is going to be here. So we'll definitely be picking up on that more. Yeah, just make sure you be tuned into the barn, baby, and Knuckleball Prime Time and all that. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and we're rolling.
UFC 275 live tonight from Singapore. Tune in, watch the fights, comment, share, everything. Make sure you give us a thumbs up if you want Joanna and you think Chad's going to win. Give us a comment if you think Wiley and DJ's going to win. And we'll catch you guys next time. DJ, be safe out there, man.
I appreciate you, brother. I'll see you Wednesday.
All right.
Love, bro.
Want a shot at the title? I'm in my knuckleball prime. My dogs are tired, but they still got fight. I won't hang it out, boys. Not this time. I'm hitting all the corners, gonna shed some light. When she hits that note, boys, it's all done. I'm gonna win this one. Oh, here I come. It's been a hell of a road, boys. One hell of